police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
Hey, what's good, y'all?
What up, Lo?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? What's good, Raider Nation? We are in the building once again. And look. I'm trying to get everything together. I'm sorry. Had y'all waiting a little bit, but hey, I'm here. And we got to talk some Raider football. That ain't going to change. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we ain't in the playoffs anymore. Ain't no playoff hopes. There's no, we got one more game left, but it's still kind of, right? Bittersweet moment. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about, what's next. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff today, okay? And I'm just going to tell you guys right now, despite what's going on with our team, despite where we are, you know what I'm saying, here at Raider Twuan, we still going to be pumping out content. We still going to be pumping out some good stuff for y'all. I got some things that I'm still working on. I'll be look here I am fixing the ahern. I got a few things I'm organizing the ahern. See, I still got to put things together. I'm still fixing and putting things together. But there's some things in a couple of weeks I'm gonna be working on. There's some new some ideas, some show eye stuff. So you guys, hey, look, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to again, miss out on what we got here at Raider Twuan. Also, you don't want to miss out on this. You definitely do not want to miss out on the best chat that YouTube has to offer. And you can be a part of that by subscribing. That's right. Subscribe. Click the like button and say something in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? It don't hurt. It don't hurt to say something in the comment section. Okay? So that's how you can join the best chat that YouTube has to offer. And everybody knows, and everybody better know that the best chat is the congregation. So you guys know when I say the congregation, I got to give the congregation the Raider Twuan brown cracker salute. And those that are part of the congregation, you already know what to do. Get the brown crackers flowing in the chat. Go ahead and click the like button. Why? Because I like you. You know what I'm saying? And those that have not been, that are not a part of the congregation, quit playing with yourself. Go ahead and subscribe. Yes, sir. The Raiders are. I was gonna do a whole dramatic, thing for you, but I'm just gonna keep it as clear and as best as I could say it. We were eliminated by ourselves. Looking back at the tape, looking back at the game, the game against the Colts, we actually really hurt ourselves. And to say, and here's a positive, and to say that we had in week 17, we still had hopes of being in the playoffs. The way that this team and this season has gone speaks volumes to what we still currently have as on the roster. So, there's some negatives, but then there's also some positives, right? And I'm leaning more towards the possibilities of what's to come with this team. There's definitely a whole lot of things we can look at and dive into. I see we got the chat flowing, and I'm about to get into that in a couple of minutes. But we definitely have a lot of as much as there's some negatives and some things that we can definitely say, oh yeah, that was a downfall of the team or et cetera, et cetera. There's a whole lot of positives in regards to this team, this roster, the staff, and we can also talk about that too. We can definitely talk about that too, because we need to. Hopefully, what I can do today or during this live is to, of course, give you guys the Raider gospel, and I gotta give you guys the explanation on that on another live or another video. I still got that cooking, but also trying to give you guys the positives of where we are with the Raiders. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Definitely click the like button if you have not. That helps this little old channel grow. And if you want YouTube to pay for my Raider gear and you like the Raiders, subscribe. Shout out to everybody in here in the chat. Definitely. We are in the building. And shout out to the congregation. I'm trying to put some things together for you guys. Give me your as we're going along. Give me your your thoughts on the Colts game. We'll talk about the Colts game, and then we'll move from there. We'll do it in that schedule. We'll talk about the Colts game, and then we'll talk about what's next. Because we definitely need to look ahead. And that's a positive, right? That there's been a bunch of other teams that have already been looking ahead because there was no hopes of them making the playoffs. But here we are, one more week of the end of the season, and we've been here thus far. Looking for it, because you guys already know. You already know what time it is. It's Raider Roll Call. You know what time it is. It's Raider Roll Call. You know what time it is. It's Raider Roll Call. My name is Twuan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Raiders Roll Call. You guys know. Those of the congregation already know, but those that are just listening should know and is about to know. It is about to learn. Yes, Raider Roll Call. Raider Roll Call is when I shout out everybody in the chat. Definitely want to salute everybody in the chat. Maybe ask you what's good, or send you some blessings and hope all is well. You guys know I love to give blessings to everybody. So definitely this is my opportunity to do that. But you got to put your name on the roll. And the way that you put your name on the roll is saying something in the chat. So definitely, as I'm going along, make sure you guys put your name in the chat if you are listening. Okay? And if you do that, if you're listening and you just put your name in the chat, you are one out of the 3 ways, well, actually, one going into the 3 ways of how you can be a part of the congregation. So if you put your name in the chat, you click the like button, and then you subscribe. That's how you join the congregation. But who's the first person in the live? It ain't StreamYard. Well, it is StreamYard because that's what I'm using. But first person in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, it is Rob Pena. Rob Pena comes in as the ace one uno. That's right. Shout out to Rob with the brown crackers. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike G is in the building, and you guys already know I got to find it. You guys already know what I got to do. Those that know, or those that don't know, you about to figure it out. Where is it at? There you go.
Hey, boo.
Hey, boo. Hope all is well. Good to see you. I know your schedule is a little crazy, but I'm glad that you came in and definitely showed your boo some love. Nightbot is in the building doing this Doug Thizzle. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Gord. Gord, hey, good to see you, man. I hope all is well. Blessings to you on today. Who else is in the building? Ladies and gentlemen, the official lawyer of Raider Twuan and legal services of Raider Twuan is Circus and Associates. Ladies and gentlemen, Circus and Associates is the official legal services of Raider Twuan. SoCal Sal, good to see you. Hope all is well. Blessings to you, my brother. Make sure you guys are sharing this out to your friends and family. This is definitely a safe place. Your children can watch this, and they will learn something. And yeah. Auntie Six, good to see you. Hope all is well, my brother. Blessings to you on today. Much love to you, Auntie Six. Hope all is well with you and your family. Um, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope everybody's having a good day for real. For real. Let me see if I missed anybody. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm so excited and happy for um to be in this new year. Um Happy to be in this new year. Happy to be in this new year. And I will say this, and I'll probably say this a few times, but I'll say this to you guys. Um Happy New Year to each and every one of you guys. I hope that um this year is even better for you. I hope that this year, my prayer is that this year um, is a step up from what was last year. I'll say it like that. I hope it's a step up from last year. And I think, to be honest with you, like, and maybe that's just me. This is just my perspective. And you guys know I speak my stuff and you guys can say your stuff too. But, you know, for me, I just feel like when looking at what has happened last year, I'm like, man, if it just gets a little bit better than that, if I would love it for it to be just a huge jump, like all of a sudden, bam, and everything's going my way and everything is going the way that I would like it to be. But is that reality? That's up to interpretation, right? But if it can just get a little bit better than what happened last year, um, I think that'll be good, right? And despite what may be going on, and I might be doing a whole bunch of good words today, but that's okay too. Despite what happened to you last year, good or bad, um, I just pray that things are better for you. Um, so know that you guys have um, somebody in your corner cheering you on and rooting you on. Um, but I just believe that um, your year will be better this year. Okay. All right. So, Colts. Dang it. First quarter they hit us dead in the mouth. I think honestly they caught us sleeping. Because we didn't come out with the intensity that we saw games prior. So with that being said, I think a lot of things also, and When things, I'll say it like this: when things got good, and when things were flowing, there were certain things that we expected to happen, and we expected to take place, and those things didn't pan out for us this past week. I think for some, I think we kind of, and I say we, just saying, just kind of, not everybody, but some of us had the misconception that, that this defense was going to get a pick six every game, that this defense was going to get a fumble recovery for a touchdown every game. And that's not sustainable. It's not sustainable at all. And as much as we were hoping for those things to happen, they didn't. And if I had to paintbrush this game, and when I say paintbrush, I'm talking about giving like a overall kind of assessment of the game. Our defense was there. They didn't do anything superhero-like, but our offense didn't bring their gloves to the fight. And I said it in the instant reaction, and sometimes when you do the instant reaction, it's based off of just your instant reaction, and then you go back and you try to make sure, was your instant reaction true, or was it just an overreaction? And going back to what I said in my instant reaction, the issues that we identified on the outside were the things that we identified and showed its ugly head in this game. We've been talking about the offensive line. That became an issue. I don't know how many times have I been talking about Illuminor always getting his name called, and he can't help but getting it, can't help getting, not getting his name called. And guess what? Illuminor got his name called. We identified that in the quarterback position, our best option is our only option, and that just happens to be a 4th-round rookie. And we saw the 4th-round rookie. So with that being said, can I be surprised that we lost? Can I? Did I want them to lose? No. Did I expect? Did I call that we were going to lose this game? No. I believe that we should have won that game. But looking at all the issues that we've had throughout this season, and all the issues we had just in the Colts game, the overall issues that we've had with this team, again, tell me again, and I'll say this, just like I said, it shows this ugly head. Tell me a game that this offense won us. Tell me one game this season that you can say, oh, Man, our offense kept us in this game. You know, and I said it a long time ago. And I don't want to say a long time ago because it was earlier this season. Because I saw this trend, and not trying to, I'm not trying to say I'm right or whatever, but there's been, I said it when Jimmy G was the quarterback, and I said there's going to come a time where this offense is going to have to hold its own and handle its own. And eventually this defense and I was wrong even in that statement, because I said that eventually the defense is going to break and we're really going to be in trouble. And to be honest with you, our defense didn't break or has not broke up to this point. Now, has there been some plays that, yes, the defense could have did better on? Yes, there's some coverages that you could say possibly were blown or whatever. And those that are talking about that play, that Amik play, that really wasn't on Amik. Looking back at the tape, that route is one of those routes that your D-line has to make it home in order to stop that route. Okay. He ran that touchdown that it looked like Amik, got completely whooped and beat. It's an over route, which means that the wide receiver is running he's going up, and then he's cutting. Yeah, there we go. He's cutting across the field that way. Okay, all the way to the other side of the field, and that is a route that is hard to cover. In regards to the overall schematics of of defense, and especially when the corner is already in a chase coverage mode. So the only way you can stop that is if the rush gets to the quarterback. But if that wide receiver can actually get all the way over, in most cases, it's a completion, which it was. And yeah, just overall defensively, I think there were some plays that we could have did better at. There were some things that we could have some plays we could have got back, et cetera, but overall our defense has been playing well. And because our defense has been playing so well, I think we've kind of got accustomed to it. And if only, like I said, if only our offense would bring, their gloves to the boxing match, we could have, did some things. And that's been all season. So it's not, in regards to the future of this team, I think the needs of this roster is very clear. I think even us intellectuals in this congregation can identify what we need moving forward on this team. And with that being said, we got some tough decisions to make, but we got some clear decisions to make. And I think that's a positive for our roster. Looking at the chat, you guys. Looking at the chat here. You guys go ahead and put your comments and questions in the chat. Definitely, I'm going to be looking at what you guys got. Shout out to my boo. Rob Pena with the brown crackers. Yes, sir. Rob said, "I'm here for the brown." Hey, look, let me get you some brown crackers, Rob. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Let me get. You say you here for the brown crackers, man. Let me get you some brown crackers, Rob. There you go. That's for you, Rob. Hey, yes, sir. Get you some brown crackers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and they brought to you by nobody, because nobody want to sponsor me right now. Those that manufacture these. Let's work. I need a brown cracker sponsorship, partnership, whatever you call it. Ladies and gentlemen, Circus and Associates. Our offense is explosive like a wet napkin. People blame AP like he was the one that constructed of. Hey, look, we got. I said this, and I'll keep that comment up a little bit. There you go, so people can read it. I said this when I first started the channel, and this was in regards to McDaniels. I said, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch, and I'm not just gonna sit back and watch, but I'm gonna put the blame where the blame really needs to go. And I can't blame AP. I can't blame AP even for the Colts game. Why? Because I think AP did what he needed to do to get the game close. He knew that the strongest side of our ball was defense. So every time we had an opportunity to pin them back, and in hopes of getting a short field, he did it. That's why, people were mad. Oh, why we kept punting? Well, you got to play field position. Why? Because for some reason our offense could fail to get. For some reason, when we got in the 50s, the 40s and 50s, we became a dead zone. And everybody knows you can't do much there. It's a tough decision to make, whether you kick the field goal and then you give the opposing team a short field, or you you punt it and then you give your chance to 3 and out for short field. I think AP did what he needed to do to keep us in the game, but we couldn't turn over enough first downs offensively to really get it cooking. And I don't think it's on AP for this bad at times. I'll say at times, because the whole game wasn't bad, but at times the bad offensive play calling. That's not on AP. That's on the offensive coordinator. Now, if we were using the old system that we were been accustomed to for a few decades now, then yeah, you would say it's on the head coach, because the head coach was actually our offensive coordinator. Same thing with Gruden. Same thing with Josh McDaniels. Okay? But that's not the way that we're formatted now. That's not the way we are, our system is currently formatted. So that's why I can't put the blame on AP. Because there was times, even with people talking about him not, why were we punting, there was times where he went for it. And I think he went for it in the right times. But every time, but how many times, and I'll say this, how many times are you going to take that risk when that risk hasn't really panned out for you? How many times are you going to go on 4th down when this offense obviously is not cooking like that? I'm really asking that question, because I think we need to ask, for those that are struggling with that, we need to really ask ourselves, how many times are you going to continue to how many times are you going to continue to go for it when you know that offense ain't cooking like that? And I can't blame AP also for some of the penalties that we accrued either. And as I'm saying this about the penalties, I'll also say that some of those penalties shouldn't have, and those that like, oh, you just biased because you like Jack Jones. No, I go back and look at the penalties, and you'll see. Yeah, we shouldn't expect. And I said it too, that we shouldn't expect any favors from these refs at any time, and we need to eliminate where we need the help from the refs. I've been saying that. We need to be in the mentality that we need to score 100 points every game and eliminate whatever. And I know I'm exaggerating at this point, but we need to eliminate that so that the refs are not even a factor in the game. But I can't blame AP for how poor this offense has been. But I will say that, unfortunately, like I said, at quarterback, our best option is our only option. And our only option is a fourth round rookie quarterback. Hey, Auntie Six, I see you, dog. Hey, you already know. Hey, you already know, dog. Let me help you out, dog. Let me help you out on that. Let me pop my collar one time. You know what I'm saying? And I really wasn't gonna do this, but since you brought it up, my dog. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all see that. You know what I'm saying? Championship game. You know what I'm saying? Beating them by, you know what I'm saying? It looked like the Chargers game. You know what I'm saying? Giving people the 50 piece. Oh, man. Hey, let me show y'all. Let me move on T6 out so y'all can see the standings. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can see the standings. Oh, man. Hey, look. Hey, I'm about to talk. Oh, hey, look, y'all. You think? Hey, I wasn't gonna talk stuff. I really wasn't gonna talk any trash. But if somebody say something, no, I got the receipts, baby. No, I got the receipts. Yes, sir. Let me pop my collar one time. See? Hey, that's what happens when you eat brown crackers. That's what happens when you eat brown crackers. Where's that comment? See, I lost my place. See, Auntie C, you got me distracted, dog. Now I'm missing the comment. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. So, okay, there we go. Yeah, Auntie Six said, the chat, what I'm saying, Do the yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man. If you guys have not clicked the like button, go ahead and subscribe. Join the congregation, the best chat. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The best chat that YouTube has to offer, ladies and gentlemen, is the congregation. Rares will be hung over from. And you know what? And that could be a possibility too. That could definitely be a possibility too. And I was and shout out to Lake Show Raider. I said that in regards to the Chargers game. I talked about how, yeah, we scored a whole lot of points, but we got to move on. You know what I'm saying? We got to move on. We got to move on. And I'm not saying that's what exactly happened. You know what I'm saying? And again, you saying, you speaking your Raider gospel. But hey, who knows? That definitely could be a possibility. I'm tired of seeing our players celebrate after regular season. Like they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's what do people say? Aiden is clumsy. Is one clumsy quarterback. Every do. Yeah. You seen that he. Hey, but I'll say this: as clumsy as he was, he still was able to get that pass off. But like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Our best option was our only option, and our only option was a 4th round rookie. Yeah, SoCal, and that's what I was saying earlier too, is how many times is this defense going to bail out? Going to bail out our offense, and how many times are we just going to get you see it enough, you kind of get accustomed to it, but it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is the reality, but you can't get comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it brings up the question: did our offense get comfortable with, our defense is going to bail us out today? And we can't afford to have that. It's weird how this team flipped. For years, it's been our offense that has always been there, but then our defense just couldn't get it together, always being the bottom of the barrel. And then all of a sudden, our defense has got it together, and now our offense is acting like. But again, like I said, the things that we need to fix are things that can be easily fixed, but we just need to. To be honest with you, I think we just need an off season. I think we just need an off season. Yep. None. And I asked, what, and Gord is answering this question. What game did our offense? It was our offense that won us the game. And none really. And Gord said it because some people were like, "Oh, the Chargers game because we put up hella points." No, it was because the defense gave the offense a short field, and that's how we were able to get up a bunch of points. And again, that's what AP was doing in the Colts, was trying to do in the Colts game, was to give this offense a short field so we can get some points on the board, but they just couldn't get first downs. And because I said this, the other day, you get the ball at the 50, you get at least one first down, that could be a field goal. At least you're getting a field goal out of the situation. But we weren't even getting that. And that's what's frustrating about, this offense. It's not, and I don't want to say it's just solely on the players of the offense, but it was a mixture of the offensive play, the play caller, and the quarterback. So you got three issues on the offensive side of the ball that contributed to our struggles in the Colts game, but overall our struggles as an offense. If you guys can take a moment to click the like button, share this video out to your friends, family, put it on your Facebook or whatever. Y'all may disagree with me, but that's why that's why I said we shall have just lost out. We won. We won for no reason, and it still didn't make the playoffs. Could have been a better position. Lake Show, I get that. Like I really do get what you're saying, and I'm not agreeing with you or disagreeing with you, but it was it, and I'll put this in this perspective. It wasn't just for the draft, but these players were playing to keep their interim coach from being kicked out of here. These players are fighting. Yeah, we could have positioned ourselves a little bit better for the draft. But in order for AP to officially be our head coach, he had to win games. And the reason why AP is able to be in the position that he's in, and where everybody now is talking about how he should be the head coach, is because this team, won some games. So could I and I'll say it like this too, is like, if say we did tank and those don't stay with me, don't leave. Say we did tank. Is that going to give AP the job? No. Because there was a lot of people, and I've been on panels and discussions, and there was a lot of people like, oh, if we beat the Chiefs, AP got the job. Well, if we were tanking, then we wouldn't have beat the Chiefs. We wouldn't have beat the Chargers. We wouldn't have beat you know what I'm saying? So it's a tough thing. But I will say this. Where we are now in the draft, and it's not confirmed completely where we're actually landing, at least to my knowledge, but we should be somewhere in the top 15. Now, with that top 15 pick, knowing where we are, knowing our situation of our team, we still can get somebody good. And if need be, we have all our picks. So, if there really is a guy that we really want, go ahead and trade up. So, is it really hurting us? Yeah. No. It's up to your interpretation. Yeah. And everybody has their own, and that, like I said, you guys spit your truth, and that's hey, like, I'm for it. Milk says he sees both sides. I'm able to see both sides, but I'm more, if you would ask me, I'm more into just winning, and wherever we land in the draft, just make the right move. Because I feel like this with what we got is, if we, like right now, the way that we are right now, even though we've lost a couple of games, but we've also won some games, right? Because we've won some games, we've established, and this is the possibilities of what can happen. And here we go, talking about the future, right? We now have the possibilities of an established culture already. We have the energy, we have the swagger, we have what's expected, and now all we have to do is just go out there and do it. Right? if AP, and this is still if because it's not official, but we're talking about hypotheticals in the future and what we kind of see, right? So if AP becomes the head coach, the way that he coached the team this year is most likely the way that he'll be coaching the team this upcoming year. In the sense of the way that he runs practice, the way that he expects his players to behave, the swagger that he allows in the locker room and on the field, and the way that the way these guys are behaving themselves and acting on and off the field. All of that, it all rolls into next year. It all rolls into we smashed the Chargers. We can beat the Chargers this year. We finally jumped the hoop of beating the Chiefs. Now we know the Chiefs ain't as scary as people want to say they are. That all rolls into next year. That momentum, it means a lot going into next year. And that's why I believe that no matter what the situation is, we should win. We should win. But I'm not one of those ones where if you disagree with me, I hate you or whatever. I'm not one of those. But if you ask me my Raider gospel, I feel like we should just win as many as we can, and the draft, whatever number we get in the draft, make your moves to make it happen. If there's a guy we need to get and move up to, we move up and do that if it's worth it, right? But again, that's all on the GM, and hopefully our GM does that, because we definitely need to, moving forward, no matter where we are in the draft, we need to hit on our key, on our key picks. Wasn't Twuan? Hey, Romeo, I'm talking. I don't know if you're listening, but you probably are listening. But blessings to you, man. I believe that. I believe that, man. I really do. And Romeo said this. If those that are not reading it, he said, "Blessings, Twuan. If the right moves are made this draft, do you think we can make it to the Super Bowl?" Yes, absolutely. I think that's the reason why I want to keep AP here. That's why I want to keep Patrick Graham here. Now, what we do, offensive coordinator, I'm still up in the air for that. I did post a video saying that I wanted Bo Hardegree, but at this point, I think Bo Hardegree, he's doing the best that he can, but I think we can do a little bit better on our offense. We just need to make sure that we get an offensive coordinator that comes in and says, yes, I can work with what you guys got here, as long as you guys let me have say on who I want at quarterback. Because we actually do have that ability. We can bring in our offensive coordinator. Our offensive coordinator says, "Hey, I want Caleb Williams." I'm just saying as an example. Our offensive coordinator says, "Hey, I want Caleb." Our GM says, "Okay, that means we gotta package some things up to go get Caleb." But hey, now you got your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Offensive coordinator. We can run. Our defense is going to be our defense. I think there's some stability there at our defense if we keep Patrick Graham. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have stability at defense if we keep Patrick Graham. Okay, there's a reason why, and I'm not saying Patrick Graham is the best defensive coordinator in all of football, but there's something special about, and I'm gonna put this comment down because I'm gonna go on a rant here. There's something special here when you have a system that everybody knows exactly what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to handle. They can do little movements, and everybody knows on the team what they're supposed to be doing, and they're all doing their job. There's something powerful about that. And we can have that with Patrick Graham if we keep him here, because the people that are in this building, they know what Patrick Graham wants. They know how he wants things done, and all they have to do is do it. So yes, I believe that if we make the right moves, if we establish a better offensive line, we finally get a starting quarterback in here, whether we get one in free agency or we draft one, I think we do have a chance to get to the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl. So yes, Romeo, if we make the right moves, I believe that we can get to the Super Bowl. Because we're not that far, you guys. And that's why I say that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. You know, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just up here, talking just to talk. I'm not. You know, that's why I was so adamant about how, the retool versus the rebuild. The rebuild is you're wiping everything out and starting all over. Or you keep Max Crosby and then wipe everything out. And then rebuild. Like, no, we got enough here to retool. A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Run it. And I think that's where we are as a team. Like I said, if we identify the quarterback, get solidify that offensive line. Get a pass rush D tackle. You know what I'm saying? I know Tyree's doing his little thing in the middle, but we need some more heat in that D line. Get us a corner. Get us another corner. You know what I'm saying? We got Jack Jones here, but we need some more corners in here. Maybe even a linebacker. And we have enough, like I said, we have enough draft picks where we can, if we hit on we can get some groceries. You guys know my word, and you guys gonna hear that more and more getting closer to the draft. But we can get the groceries, and that will, you guys, hey, look, the season is almost over, and y'all getting me so excited about y'all getting me so excited about next season. Y'all getting me excited because I can really see, like I said, if we just retool where this team could be. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys click the like button. Thanks for that question, Romeo. You guys got some good comments in here. You guys are shouting out everybody. My boo giving out his score. 61-12. He said beat the Donkeys. He said AP wearing Cortez's next season. Yeah, way. People don't know about them Cortezes. Looking at the chat. There's a with the people there's and you know, again, you have your view, and that's fine. I get there's a balance that you kind of have to play, and that's why head coach is a tough decision, because we see throughout the NFL how many times where you know, a coach is just he's too aggressive and it backfires. You know, Staley over at the Chargers, the guy that just got fired, was just that. Dan Campbell, that the game against the Cowboys, he was too aggressive and ended up losing that game. So there's a balance that they got to play. Now there's times where, yes, I'm not going to lie, there's been times where I wanted him to be more aggressive, just, you know, just in my initial feeling. But I, when you have an offense that you can't really trust, you what are you supposed to do? That's one thing we've always had. Special teams has always been good for us. I think we have the only punter in the Hall of Fame, right? Circus. Refs clearly rigged game, but facts on the mentality. Yep, gotta get it done so we don't. Yep. You know, I used to say that because I coach basketball. Coached a little football, but basketball was more my. I was a better coach at basketball. But I used to get on like my players because they you know, they watch the NBA, and in the NBA, they watch their famous players. Anytime they get fouled, they want to yell at the referee while the play is still going. Like you see one player yelling at the referee, and then everybody else is running back, and now you got a 4-on-5 because one guy is over there yelling at the referee, right? And my players used to try to do that in the games, and I told them, I said, hey, yelling at the referee, that's my job. And then I pointed to the scoreboard and I said, that's your job. And that's exactly the mentality, and in football, similar to that, is your job is to run the score up, run it up. You know what I'm saying? Get as many yards as you can. Blow the other team out. So if you do get a call, it's just like, oh well, we up 40 on them. I'm not saying that's every game, but I'm just saying you score enough points to where the referees ain't got nothing. All they can do is you get enough of these, whatever the ref decides, a Luminor can hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it like that, but we have to get in the mentality that the refs are not our saviors, and they're never going to be our saviors, especially us Raiders. I hate to say it like that, but it's the reality. And you really and I'll say this too, because this is just my observation. You're not going to get favorable calls when you're in somebody else's house. When you're the away team, you're not going to get calls like that. You're not going to get favorable calls. Now, I'll like I said it before, that Colts game, yeah, there were some horrible calls. Some horrible calls on both sides, to be honest with you. Just overall, it was a horrible calling. But we can't expect for we can't expect for favors, if that makes sense. Blessings to you, Afakasi. Hope all is well, my brother. At least I be critique. Tony Lucky. hey, don't talk to the champ like that. hey, I'll say this in regards to the fantasy football. Get ready, because I'm gonna be talking a whole lot of friendly, competitional banter. Okay, that's what it is. Friendly, competitional banter. Okay, don't take what I tell you guys personal, but I'm gonna be talking a whole lot of trash. Okay, because I don't talk trash during the season. I try to stay very humble, But if you let me win, I'm gonna talk a whole lot of trash. Okay, so there's gonna be a couple of, you know what I'm saying, a couple of jabs. I got some jabs for a few of you guys. But yeah, man. Why he ain't here? I ain't gonna talk about him while he ain't here. I was gonna talk about one of the guys in the league, but I ain't gonna talk about him because he ain't here. If he show up, I'm gonna talk about him though. Hey, happy Twuan! Happy Twuan to everybody. That's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna have to next year. I'm gonna have to set up, put a little, you know, have a little, you know, graphic for you guys. Happy Twuan! Yep, and that was our option. AOC was horrible, but I'd rather have him than Jimmy. No Armalo. And pick 6 Hoyer. Look, like I said, our best option was our only option. And our only option was a 4th round rookie. You guys gonna get that. You guys gonna get that saying in your head because I'm gonna say that a whole bunch of times. Our best option was our only option, and our only option was a 4th round rookie. Shout out to Raphael. Raphael is in the building. You already know. You already know. Hey, but I'll say this about Aiden because I've been saying this. It's Aiden is will be the best backup. He had to. He again. I was giving him the opportunity to be a starter, or he was going to be a backup. But not schematically, but roster wise, if we don't get rid of Jimmy G, Jimmy's going to be our backup. Okay. And then whoever we bring in is going to be like a flip. So either your first or your third. Make sense? Or I'll explain it to you. So what was most likely, what I think is going to most likely happen if we can't get rid of Jimmy G, he's going to stay on the roster because we got so much money tied up on him, right? So he'll be our backup quarterback just because of the money situation. And then whoever we bring in is going to be in competition with Aiden. Okay? And then whoever loses that battle is going to be our emergency quarterback. And then whoever wins is going to be our starter. So, example, if Bo Nix gets drafted, and I'm just using random names. If Bo Nix gets drafted, Bo Nix is going to battle Aiden O'Connell for the starting position, for the starting job. Okay? They might even throw Jimmy G in there. They really might throw Jimmy G in there. Just say, hey, try to compete, right? Then whoever the winner is going to be our starter, and then Aiden O'Connell will most likely be our third emergency quarterback. That's how I kind of see. Again, that's if, you know, that's if we can't get Jimmy G off, you know, like if we can't trade him to another team and they end up taking that money off of, you know, the cap. Jimmy G would tear his ACL just thinking about scrambling. He look, that one time he did take off, I was so freaking surprised and scared at the same time. I was surprised and scared at the same time. Jimmy can get the ball to Adams and Jacoby. Consistent base is something they cannot do. Okay. Yeah, Milka Beasley. That's one thing that no matter what people may say about Jimmy G, you know, that's one thing that has been universal. No matter where you are, players have always said that, you know, Jimmy G was he was always respected, you know, a cool guy in the locker room. I'll say it like that. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. You know, you guys, hey, I'm reading your guys' comments here. If you guys have not, please click the like button. Trey, good to see you. Hope all is well. Trey, are you you're from Lakers and Lakers and 5, right? Let me know. Let me know if you're. I'm trying to remember where I met you. I think I met you on Lakers in 5. If you guys are, and I'll say this too, even though this is a Raider channel, if you are a Lakers fan, there is a channel called Lakers in 5. If you guys want to check out a cool Laker channel, you know, and you can go up there and talk your Lakers stuff if you want. Check out Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. Circus is talking about Jimmy G and his turnovers. Milkabeezy ate it. Yeah. Yeah. And and Milk, I'll say this about Aiden. I think what makes his play even more alarming is that our offensive line wasn't as solid as it could have been. And because it wasn't as solid as what it could have been, um, there was times where we needed you to run, homie, run, and Aiden had none, homie, none. I'll say that again. There was times where our offensive line couldn't block, and we needed Aiden O'Connell to run, homie, run, but he had none, homie, none. and that's the reality. His mobility was not there, and there was opportunities for him to run, and he still decided not to. Yeah, y'all going in. Pyro, my guy. Good to see you, man. I hope all is well. Blessings to you. Blessings to you, Pyro, for coming in. J Dog is in the building. Good to see you, man. Can we trade DA? Yeah, we can trade DA. But do I want to trade DA? Nah. Nah. Um, and the reason why, yeah, you can get some capital or whatever off of DA or whatever. Um, but then we run into, now we have a quarterback. I'll say it like that. Now we have a quarterback, and that quarterback's going to need, excuse me, that quarterback's going to need a number one. So why get away? Why give away a number one when the quarterback that we need is going to need a number one? So I wouldn't. I would at least give it. I would say if we did decide to trade DA, I would at least give it another year. Give it another year with the new quarterback and see how it works out. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I'm reading you guys' comments. Some of you guys was talking to each other, and I'm trying to read through all of those and trying to, make sure I get everything that you guys are trying to ask me or try to talk about here. Oh, SoCal got one. Okay, question. Question to Twuan in chat. We sit at the 11th. We sit at the 11th pick. Do we trade up for a quarterback or get best player? To be honest with you, there's so many, and I'll say this. There's so many just overall, if we're at the 11th, there's so many quarterbacks that are starters that could possibly be starters in the NFL that I think we'll still be able to get, a starting quarterback. Now, it depends on who we want. We might have to move up. But I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Because you have I know on the top of my head there's at least 5 quarterbacks that are NFL ready, ready to go. And in between that, you have offensive linemen, you have D tackles, you might have a corner that goes in, and those will all be in the top 10. So one of those top 5 quarterbacks should be on the board. But, you kind of have to keep an eye on it, right? Because, people trade up, and, if they trade up, most likely they're trading up for a quarterback. So it'll be something that our GM would have to definitely keep an eye out on. But I think we'll be fine. We're in a good place. I'll say it like that. We're in a good place. So our GM definitely is going to have to, kind of figure out what the beat is on the street. And they're aware of it. They know who they have conversations with each other, and they kind of know who wants what, and who likes who, and they know all that stuff. But I think we're in a good place to get a quarterback, and I think we will. Raider Chaos, good to see you, man. I hope all is. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for all the questions. I really like these questions. You guys are bringing up some good stuff. We the people said Tyree Wilson is going to be borderline unstoppable next year. I think so too. I think and we saw a little bit of what Tyree could do. They did move him inside. And I'll say this in regards to Tyree, I believe that with Tyree, after they establish, like at the end of the season, they'll say, Tyree, look, this is what we need for you to do. We need you to come in at, and when I say come in at, I'm talking about the weight that they want him to be at. I think if he comes in, I don't know what weight they'll have him play at, but they'll have him play at a good weight to really play D tackle. And when he gets that weight, and then he has a whole off season, kind of with that weight, and he's running with that weight and playing with that weight, I think that's where we'll see the best, the real of Tyree. I really do. He was injured, a good majority of this season. Didn't really have an off season and was trying to figure a whole lot of stuff out. And I think with Tyree, after they establish what his weight is, his playing weight is going to be, and I hope he's working with with the other pass rushers, the Max Crosbys and whoever else, just to add a little more to his tool belt. I think he'll be even. Yep. That's still a chaos. That's still a possibility. That's why I said, for me, the competition is really going to be when we bring in some more quarterbacks. Because what competition does he have? Competing against Jimmy G and Brian Hoyer? Is that really a competition? So when they actually bring in some competition at the quarterback room, then we'll see what is what. But for this season and what we needed out of the quarterback position, Aiden fell short. He fell short. And, we can attribute that to him. We can attribute that to the play calling. We can attribute that to the offensive line. There's a lot of things we can point a blame on. But one thing for sure is that we needed a little bit more out of the quarterback. And again, it might take time. So I'm not saying that he needs to, we need to get rid of him. We need to, send him to the garbage bin, none of that. But, what if we did have a quarterback come in here and then Aiden O'Connell, gets his shot again, and, he was able to, learn some things by sitting behind a quarterback, or I'm not saying that's exactly, his destiny, but that could be a possibility, right? Oh snap! This thing. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Wild Turkey is in the building. Blessings to you on today. Cool Cab, $2. $2. My boy Cool Cab is in the building. Gravy is in the building. Gravy says, "I'm here. Go ahead." Hey, Gravy. Hey, look. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. hey, shout out to you, Gravy. Shout out to you, Gravy. If you guys have not, you know what I'm saying? Where is it at? Where is it at? I always lose it. Get you some Gravy's top shelf oils. You know what I'm saying? By my boy and my homie Gravy. You know what I'm saying? Get you some top shelf oils. Get yourself lubricated for your lady. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself lubricated for your lady. Your lady will like it. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll get you a Shirley. You know what I'm saying? Get you some Gravy's top shelf oils. You know what I'm saying? Then go to work. You know, go to your job, go to the mall. You know, places where there's people and wear your oils. Wear your oils. Bring your lubrication. And then Shirley will come up to you and be like, you smell good. What is that? You know what I'm saying? You can just be like, hey, I keep it oiled up around here. You know what I'm saying? And how you keep it oiled up? Look, Gravy's top shelf oils. Get you some of that. You know, if you wondering why you ain't got a Shirley, it's because you ain't got no top shelf oils. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some top shelf oils, and then you can get you a Shirley. That too. You know, ALC wasn't dropping the passes. Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of issues with, there was a lot of things with this offense, and there's a lot of things that they, offensively we can get better. And I think it will get better, going into the off season. Okay. Yeah, Lakers in 5. Okay. Cool. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in, Trey. That means a lot to me that you saw me over at you know, saw me over there and subscribe. Thanks. Hey, Gravy, you want to pull up for a little bit, man? Yeah, hey, y'all want to turn this into a congregation live? Hey, if y'all want to turn it into a congregation live, you know what I'm saying? Just put congregation, and then what I'll do is I'll drop the link, and then you guys can pull up You guys want to make it the congregation live. Trying to make sure I got everybody's comments. I know I jumped ahead. I know I jumped ahead a little bit. Also, you guys stay tuned for the 2 for 1 Nation podcast. We will be going live on Thursday afternoon around this time. So definitely you guys want to stay tuned for this. Me and Eric will be talking from the SE experience, the SE Raiders talk, SE Raider talk. I'm trying to still get that right. And I got to change the graphic here. But yeah, I just realized that. But the 2 for 1 Nation podcast, me and Eric from the SC Raiders talk, we'll be talking about the Colts game, of course, and then we'll be talking about the upcoming Broncos game. We'll be talking about the Broncos game. We definitely have some work to do overall. Raider wise. But I'll say that what we have to work with is actually doable. I think we have the pieces to get the job done. We just got to get the job done. Okay. And I think like I said, excuse me. Woo. The brown crackers, baby. I think we have, if we just get the right pieces in here, and it's just a couple of pieces. If we just get the right couple of pieces in here, I think we'll be where everybody will be getting down with the get down. I want to do this for you guys. You guys know what I do on a Raider Twuan Live. Gotta give you all good word. My good word for you today for the new year is I want to encourage you and tell you that it will be better and that it's got to be better. Everybody that is listening to this, everybody that is under the sound of my voice, my good and positive word to you is that this year is going to be a little bit better than what it was last year. Wherever you were in your life, wherever you were last year in your life, wherever you grade or value yourself last year, my prayer and my thought is that this year be better for everybody. Better in your health, mentally, physically, spiritually, but also better in your prosperity, better at your job, better at your goals in life, better with your relationships and family, overall better. This year will be a better year for you because you made the effort and you made the mindset and you made the declaration that it's going to be better. And I pray, again, those that know me, I'm, as crazy as I am, I also am a person of faith. I pray that your lives are better, for the better. We may have not necessarily got all the things that we wanted last year. We may not have got all the things that we needed last year. But I'll tell you guys that I pray that you achieve those things that you wanted and needed. And it will happen for you. It will happen for you. I thank you guys for coming on. If you guys have not, please, if you guys need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at Twuan, Twuan. It's right there. Also, if you need prayer for you or your family members, put !pray in the chat. That'll give you my IG. That's how you can get to my DM. Then you can send me a prayer request there. Also, you guys know that here at Raider Twuan, we are advocates for being an organ donor. So please be an organ donor. All you have to do is click Don, !DON in the chat. That will give you the link. I believe All Eyes, my mod, has already put it up in the chat. So you can click that, get the information there. Or it is always, if you're watching this on replay, the information is always in the description of all my videos and all my lives. So if you want that, go into the description of my videos. You'll see all the links on how to be a donor, how you can, my IG is also there. And also, if you want to be a financial blessing to the channel, that is also available in the link in my description, or it's actually screaming across the screen. You can Cash App or Venmo. I don't have, I don't have any super chats at the moment because I'm not monetized. But if you want to be a financial blessing to this channel, you can do it that way. If not, that's perfectly fine. You can do everything that is free, and everything that is free is clicking the like button. Why? Because I like you. And also subscribe. And also, I would like to hear from you too. So you can always say something respectful in the comments. You guys remember that you are a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go, Raiders.
What up, love?
We recognize you, Virginia Madden, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John could pursue his dreams. To Raider Twuan in a tribute to John Madden and Al Davis, who declared that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.